You want that, brother? You want, oh, wow. Thank you, man. Thank you. Guys, I forgot to say yesterday that where I got the bottles yesterday, which is right here, and where I was showing you that map stuff was right there. To the left, up this hill, supposedly there was a house up here. And I'm gonna try some editing to see if I can do something pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to get a Fort Clinton on top of Manhattan. With its high ground and expansive views to the north and east, it is clear why this spot was regarded as an important strategic position during the two wars. In 1776, the British Army built a fortification here following its invasion of Manhattan. As part of a defense line extending west to the Hudson River, during the War of 1812, the American military rebuilt a fort in its location and named it Fort Clinton in honor of Mayor DeWitt Clinton, then Mayor of New York. In 1860s, the designers of Central Park recognized both the scenic and historic value of this location and retained the remains of the fortification. They developed the site as a scenic overlook, incorporating rustic fences, benches, and a flagpole. The Central Park Conservatory rebuilt the overlook in 2014, recreating some of the historic details, restoring the surrounding landscape. The recent project by the Conservancy also involved reinstalling two cannons that have been in storage since 1970. The cannons have a rather curious history. They were never actually fired from this location. Recent research has confirmed that they originated on the Hazar, a British Royal Navy ship that ran aground a Hellgate in 1780. In the East River while delivering supplies for the Revolutionary War. The cannons were donated to the park in 1865 and put on display at the museum in the former convent of Mount St. Vincent, just south of this location. After the building was destroyed by the fire in 1881, the cannons were unaccounted for until 1905, when Edward Hogman Hall, a historian and preservationist, discovered them lying on the ground near Fort Clinton. So Edward Hangman found these cannons lying on the ground near Fort Clinton. Given the military history of this area, he assumed that they were period artifacts and advocated to have them installed in this location. So he suggested that they put the cannons in this location. In 1906, the Parks Department installed the cannons at Fort Clinton on the Granite Base. In 2014, the conservatory conserved the cannons and the base and returned them to this location. I'm going to show you a picture of a watercolor. This watercolor of Fort Clinton from 1814 clearly depicts why this landscape was such an important strategic location. The body of water shown as the Harlem Creek, which flowed east of the Harlem River. The Harlem Mirror, viewed from this location today, was created by the designers of Central Park from part of the existing creek and surrounding swamplands. The detail, I'm going to show you another picture, and I guess it is the detail of this map created in 1782 by the British Army during the Revolutionary War shows the fortifications and encampments in this area, including Fort Clinton. Many of the defenses and structures shown were constructed after fears of an American offense led to the build-ups of troops. Roughly 10,000 soldiers were stationed in this area along the Kingsbridge Road and the bluffs to the west of Fort Clinton, including on the site of today's Great Hill. The map is also notable for illustrating in detail the original topography of Manhattan. Last picture is a couple of people standing behind the cannon. So we're facing this last picture of people looking exactly where you're standing, or exactly where you will be looking at the picture. In 1907, photograph depicts Fort Clinton soon after the cannons were installed. The children are shown reading a plaque on one side of the base, which had been missing for years but was recreated as part of a project to reconstruct the overlook. Another detail seen in this photograph, the rustic fence, has been recreated by conservatory craftspersons.